Now, this is a mega exclusive input that we are receiving, wherein CNN News 18 decodes the possible options before Israel at this juncture. Now, according to an intelligence assessment, there are several bad and good options before Israel. Firstly, they can increase airstrikes where they are going to get nothing, but will be more vulnerable for future attacks from all the sides. Now, the second option they have, another option which is also open to them, is to do ground offensive inside Palestine, which will open another problem of civilian killings and put a question mark on the success of it on an overall scale. Now, this ground offensive is also no guarantee as to where this is headed, and once this is opened, Hezbollah will definitely enter the ring. As a compromise formula, there is another option that is being weighed out here, which is a compromise formula. They might be able to exchange prisoners for their own citizens who are being held hostage by the Hamas right now. And this is going to be the release of thousands of Hamas terrorists who have been held prisoners for so long. But then they will also be going ahead and doing more attacks in the future, which is another big risk. Now, another option, which is to negotiate for something else where the Arab world is also comfortable and gives space to Israel. Now, in one of the impossible looking scenarios, they recover their own captives deep inside Gaza. So these are the options that are in front of Israel. They're not all good, not all bad, but we have to see which side Israel leans towards. Right now, we have Abhishek Jha joining us on the broadcast. Abhishek, good morning to you, and well, coming to you with this particular breaking news, the kind of options that were just spelled out, what do you think Israel might be taking up as their next step within this counteroffensive that they have launched? Well, we will try to re-establish that connection with Abhishek, but right now, as we were just explaining out the particular options that are there in front of Israel. Now, remember, today is the third day of this particular catastrophe that is going on in the Gaza Strip, which started on Saturday with the Hamas militants attacking Israel, launching more than 5,000 rockets on Israel. Now, we have Abhishek back with us on this broadcast. Abhishek, as I was just asking you, what do you think out of all these options that have been spelled out, what do you think Israel might be doing next? What will their next step be within this counteroffensive that they have launched?
So, of the many options that Israeli forces may have right now, the first priority that is currently is to evacuate safely as many hostages as the Hamas militants have taken, and they have taken them to Gaza. There are a number of foreign nationals also, and that kinds of put pressure on Israel to not go all with its all might against these Hamas people because of the international pressure that is currently looming large. Also, the kind of offensive that it will take. There are probability that Hamas may use the humans as shield. Though Israeli forces have already said people from Gaza Strip to vacate, and because the military offensive might endanger their lives. But how many of them will go? How many of them will be kept forcibly by the Hamas militant to be used as human shield? That remains to be seen, because in the past also we have seen Israeli forces not being able to take them out because of the people or the civilian casualties could go up. And this time also that is the first priority. So there is a sketchy situation right now for Israel, but they do have one responsibility to take down the Hamas militant, their entire network, their infrastructure, their establishment. We have seen certain, bombing on some of the locations where the military hideouts or their headquarters used to be. But that is not enough this time around. It looks like Israel would like to ensure that Hamas is crippled to an extent where it does not resurrect. It would not be able to come back with all the force that at least that we have seen in the recent last 48 hours. The fight is currently on at some of the villages near Gaza where the Israeli settlements have been, and it's not very sure whether those territories have been under fully control of Israeli forces. So there is still certain areas where the skirmish is going on, and we'll have to see how much force or how much of intelligence gathering will happen before Israel could go all out.
Right, Abhishek. Abhishek, thank you for bringing us all those details. And well, we will keep a close watch as to how this is panning out. As we said, this is the third day of the Israel-Palestine conflict that started on Saturday.